Good morning. It's great to connect with y'all this morning. The sun rose and so do you. That's plenty to be grateful and thankful for. So I just want you to take this moment just to appreciate your life. Appreciate that breath in your body. Appreciate being able to see today, because today's a new beginning. And remember, we can't control our past, we can't control our yesterdays, but we for sure can control our todays to help influence our futures. So all I ask in this moment is that you don't bring yesterday's troubles or worries into today, because when we do that, yesterday's worries turn into today's struggles. And we never break the pattern of setting ourselves free. Today's focus is going to be breaking free. And if you can, I want you to close your eyes and listen to the sound of my voice, the sound of this instrumental. Let it touch your soul. If you're driving, of course, don't do that. But I want you just to focus on the moment of you being in a prison. Maybe that prison is pleasing people. Maybe that prison is your past. Maybe that prison is your job. Maybe that prison is just something that is keeping you from feeling free. Because the greatest freedom of life is not being bound to anything that keeps us from feeling free. So just for a moment, I want you to feel that. And what I want to do this morning is I want you to picture yourself breaking that chain right now. I don't want you to think about the how, just do it. And now what I want you to do is just picture your life without that stronghold in your life, without that chain chaining you to those negative emotions, chaining you to your past, chaining you to your pain. And I just want you to feel your life in freedom, in total acceptance of who you are and loving who you are, and living a life of freedom. You know, one specific thing that I want to focus on is pleasing people. It's on today's podcast. But so many of us, we live our life in the bondage of pleasing people. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with bringing light and goodness to people's life. There's nothing wrong with wanting to see people happy. But my question to everybody on this live is, at the cost of what? Some of us are dying inside just to make other people feel alive. Some of us are dying inside just to make other people feel alive. And a lot of times those other people aren't the people around us, aren't our loved ones. It's a world full of strangers. Some of us, we're so into keeping the peace externally that we start a war internally. Some of us, we will never be happy because we're living our whole entire life trying to please people. And I want to tell you this. The first step to being unhappy is trying to please everyone else. And I just ask that you get out the business of trying to please people, because that's something that's impossible. I pray that you get out the business of stop being afraid to let people down. Because some of us, we're so concerned with not letting people down that we let ourselves down. Some of us, we silence our gifts, our talents, our greatness because we're so afraid of what people are going to think. That's a form of pleasing people. And I want to tell you today, that's a prison that you need to break free from, because people are going to think what they think about you regardless. Your coworkers going to think what they think. Some of your friends going to think what they think. This world is going to think what they think. And I want to tell you, there's no perfection that you can provide to please a person that's committed to misunderstanding you. There's no perfection that you can provide to please a person that's committed to seeing you how they want to see you. And some of us, what we've done, we have broken the mold that God created us in. Our uniqueness, our greatest gift, that the ultimate creator created us in, and we broke our mold to fit the mold of other people. And some of us were lost because our whole entire life, we've been trying to fit the mold of what other people have wanted us to be. And you lost your greatest power, which is you. So I ask today that you get out the business of pleasing people. I ask today, what have you been saying yes to externally that's been saying no to yourself internally? And I'm not telling you to be cold-hearted today. But what I am telling you is stop trying to please a world by changing who you are. Because as I sent out the text this morning, now I want you to hear me clear. You will never be good enough for a situation, for a person, for a world that's not good enough for you. There will always be something wrong about you to people who are not right for you. So I just ask today that you come over to the other side. The other side of the tracks of the world where it's free. Where you stop caring so much. Not in a negative way, but in a positive way. You stop caring about what they say, what they think, how they feel. When you know in your heart that you're an incredible good person. But if you live for their praises, you'll die by their criticisms, my friend. And I want to be real with you as I wrap today up. There's a lot of people in this world that have unfair expectations, that are putting their unspoken needs on you. And all they care about is you being the person that they need you to be. And they're less concerned about you being the person that you need you to be. And if you live your life to please them, I want to let you know that as soon as you please them, there's going to be somebody else that's displeased with you. And so many of us on this live have lived our whole entire life controlled by that. There comes a point where you got to stop giving a care. And you got to say, I'm going to live my best life. And if it's too much for you, then it's too much for you. If it's not enough for you, then it's not enough for you. But I refuse to live my life in the prison of trying to please people that can't be pleased. You don't need their validation because you've already been validated. You don't need their approval because you've already been approved. Break free, my friend. Break free. How much lighter would your life feel if you were less concerned about what they thought and you were more concerned about living your truth? 99% of people that place their opinions on you won't be there at your rock bottom, won't be there when you're dead, won't be there when you're sick. They won't give a damn helping hand to lift you up. But those are the exact people that will probably kick you while you're down. And those are the people that you're choosing to live for. Please, stop making people that don't deserve your goodness happy. While it's creating sadness in your own life. Today is the day that you stop saying yes to everything else and you say yes to yourself. If you feel that, say amen. I love you. I appreciate you. And as a disclaimer, as we get off today isn't about being cold-hearted. It isn't about being an a-hole. It isn't about none of that. It's about looking yourself in the mirror today and saying, what if I kept in prison because I'm worried about things externally? And you just give yourself permission to be great. You give yourself permission to be the best you. You give yourself permission to give your gifts, your talents, your abilities to the world. They're going to talk about you regardless. So you might as well do you and give them something great to talk about. That's how I feel. Hope you feel the same. If you got something from today, I just want you to inbox me. If you're going to break free today, I want you to just tell me free. Inbox me and say free. And if this touched your heart, I know today was a little bit different, more of a message, but I just wanted to come on here and really speak into somebody's life because we got way too many experts at pleasing people, man. People live their whole entire life pleasing people that don't give a damn about them at the end of the day. And no more of that. That's a prison, man. If you live your life trying to please people, you will always be their prisoner. Because that's an impossible task. Impossible task. And it's disrespectful to God who created you to think you need to trade in who you are to please people. Nah. There will always be something wrong about you to people who are not right for you. Remember that quote. But I appreciate y'all, man. You guys have a beautiful Wednesday. The podcast, Straight Up, which dives in more depth about what I just talked about, is available. I know a lot of you have already listened to it because I'm getting text messages like crazy, inbox like crazy. It's one of those messages, man, where I just go in. If you're looking for a podcast that's fluffy, a podcast that just, this is straight up is not it. If you look for something that's straight up, real, raw, to the point, go listen. I don't waste no time. I go right in. So go check it out and go share it with somebody if you can, if you want to. Peace out, man. Y'all have a beautiful day. Let's get it.